Hello, this is Arthur again, and today I have this 2010 BMW E63 with 140,000 miles, and it's here to get new control arm bushings installed. I tried to get complete control arms, however BMW doesn't sell the passenger side one anymore. There's in LA. The left one you can still buy it. It's not produced anymore, but there's still some left over. But since this car has had them replaced before, I know the ball joints are okay on them, and the bushings are available separately, so I'm going to replace the bushings this time. Alright, let me show you the parts. Alright, these are the bushings that I have. As you can tell, they're original. It's BMW signs on them, and they're same left and right. This is the part numbers, and luckily they're still available. A lot of BMW models, BMW doesn't sell this bushing separately. You have to buy the control arms completely. On this one, however, they do. Okay, let me lift the car up and I'll show you the cracks. Next, I'm going to jack up the car and remove the wheels. Okay, looking at the bottom of a car, here is the control arm. This is the driver's side, and I'm not sure if you can tell, the bushing is pretty cracked. I'll show you more once it's out. The passenger side doesn't look as bad, however it does have some cracking as well. Next, I need to remove the nut that holds the control arm to the knuckle, and it's a 21 millimeter. I'm going to spray it with some penetrating fluid, let it work its thing. Okay, the nut broke loose, as well as the arm broke loose actually, which is good, easier to remove. Now I need to hold the ball joint itself so it doesn't rotate, and then undo this nut. I want to save this ball joint, so I don't want to be too rough with it by rotating it or anything, so I'm going to do it like this. Once you get a few turns out of it, it will actually come out with that impact. Now I'm going to do the same on the driver's side. This arm is loose as well. Now I'm going to lift up the car and remove these bolts that hold the arms in place. Okay, this is an 18 millimeter, and there is also an 18 millimeter nut on the back of it. I'm going to break it loose. one is out. Now the other one. The other arm. One thing I forgot to mention is that you do have to remove all these bottom covers to access this control arms. On this car I did remove these prior because I was dealing with a coolant leak, but on your car you will have those on. Here are the control arms off. They're site specific, left and right. There's stickers on them that says left and right, so you can really confuse them. These are the bushings. You can tell there's pretty good cracking going on right there. This side is even worse. This can cause wheel alignment issues, can cause plain steering, rough ride, noise, you name it. This one is cracked too. It's not as horrible, but it is getting there soon. Now before I remove them, I'm going to mark the position, so when I put the new ones in, I know exactly the way they came out, so I can put them in. You kind of want to look at the depth where they're sitting. Typically with these, they sit right pretty much in the middle, maybe slightly to the side, but I don't know, I think maybe it's just imperfection. It should be in the middle. I don't know, but I'm going to put them back where they were. Okay, I have a cup appropriate size to catch the bushing. I'm going to put it under here, and then I have another piece to push this out. I'm using a bushing removal tool. The bushing's coming out. The cup wasn't deep enough, so I'm going to space these out like this to give it a little bit of more room to catch it once it's past that point. The bushing is out. Here you can tell how cracked the bushing is. Okay, both bushings have been replaced. Now I'm going to go ahead and put these in. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put the arms back in. First I'm going to put the bolt joint side. Put the nut on it. I don't have to secure it, just kind of to hang it. Keep it from popping out. This one goes right in. Now the important thing with this car is, or with any car or any suspension job, is to make sure that this bolt is tightened while the car is on resting position on its wheels. Suspension is compressed. I'm going to do it after I lower the car. Tighten this up, make sure it's not spinning. Hold it back. This nut is torqued to 122 pound-feet. Okay, and these are supposed to be 74 pound-feet plus 90-degree turn. I'm not going to tighten this yet because the car is not on the ground. I'm just going to drive in the bolt to make it easier. Now same on the other side. Now I'm going to put the wheels back on, lower the car, and then tighten those bolts. I did drive the car back and forth and turn the steering wheel to let the right height settle. Now I'm going to put it up and tighten those two bolts. Now this bolt I'm going to tighten it to 74 pound-feet. I have a wrench on this other side. Okay, that's 74. Now I'm going to mark the position of the bolt, so when I turn it I can see there is 90 degrees. I'm going to go slightly more because I'm tightening from the bolt side and not from the nut side. Just slightly more to be more precise. All right, that looks perfect. Now the other side. Okay, that looks perfect. That's about it for this video. Hopefully it was useful to you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. There are more videos to come. Thank you.